Peter Trigo scored a brilliant 100 to keep Nottinghamshire waiting for a win which will pull them clear of their opponents, Somerset, in the LV County Championship table. Trigo and some rain ensure that this match at Trent Bridge will go into a final day. That looked unlikely at the start of the penultimate one, with Somerset setting off on 106 for 3 in their second innings, trailing by 187 runs. James Hildreth and Chris Jones, who resumed his innings on 59, his best in the championship, added 35 more in the morning's opening 14 overs. Hildreth was just looking good when he missed time to pull off Ajmal Shahzad, sending the ball to Andre Adams at mid-wicket to go for 31. 15 minutes later, Ricky Vessels dropped Craig Keyswetter at first slip, a miss that certainly did not help Nottinghamshire's cause as they tried to finish this game off early. They were helped when Jones, who'd moved on to 77, dragged a drive off Harry Gurney back onto his stumps, with his side on 172 for 5, still 121 runs adrift. Games, of course, have been turned around from such situations in the past, and Keyswetter hadn't given up as he pulled Shahzad for a 6 as Somerset went on the attack after lunch. Keyswetter led the way to begin with, while Trigo bedded in at the other end. The keeper was timing the ball really well. That 6 and 4 and this shot all came in the same Shahzad over as Keyswetter raced to a 50 off 71 balls. The deficit was being reduced quickly now. Trigo was just beginning to warm up himself as he and Keyswetter added 60 runs in 13 overs for the 6th wicket. So it was with much relief that Adams removed Keyswetter for 54, an attacking shot bringing about the batsman's downfall as he holed out to Alex Hales. Hales then took a very good catch off screen to get a shot of Craig Mashada 3 overs later as Somerset kept going for their shots. The deficit stood at 40 when the 8th wicket fell as Craig Overton nicked off to Adams for 6, and now it looked like just a matter of time before the home side was celebrating an important win. The second new ball was due, but that was of no concern to Trigo, who went after Peter Siddle. This shot went for 4 and was soon followed by a pulled 6 as Trigo went to his 50 of 66 deliveries, an innings including that maximum and 7 fours. Another 6 from Trigo then took Somerset into the lead before George Dockrell joined in the fun by hitting Samit Patel back over his head for another maximum. The dark clouds are rolling in from the north, but Trigo didn't care as he continued to play some exceptional shots, taking his partnership with Dockrell for the 9th wicket to 78. Dockrell had made 26 of those when he chipped a leg-side full toss from Patel via the leading edge to Adams at mid-on to give the bowler his 200th first-class wicket. But Trigo then launched the next ball down the ground to close in on his first 100 of the summer. A nudge for a single took him there off just his 104th delivery. It was a wonderful knock from the talented all-rounder who'd hit 10 fours and 2 sixes in keeping this contest alive. He'd added 27 more runs with last man Jamie Overton when the rain began to fall, with Somerset now 65 runs ahead. They were soon back on and Overton immediately went after the bowling to frustrate Nottinghamshire some more. He smashed a couple of sixes and also hit 7 fours as he took the lead into 3 figures. The momentum was certainly with his side now. Overton's 50, his second of the season, arrived off just 42 deliveries, and he and Trigo had now given their side an outside chance of an improbable victory by adding 71 runs in 12 overs for the last wicket. Indeed, the last 2 wickets had put on 149 runs when Jamie Overton edged Siddle to Vessels. Trigo was left unbeaten on a superb 107 made out of his side's 402. That left Notts a target of just 110, and as often happens after days like this, panic set in. With the third ball, Craig Overton had Stephen Mullaney caught in the slips by Hildreth. Then the tension was racked up some more as the tall bowler bowled James Taylor off the inside edge. Nottinghamshire were 0 for 2 after 5 balls. They were soon back off, and the home side would have been delighted with that. They had the opportunity to regroup, and Phil Jakes tried to ease the pressure when they returned. But the man who really did that was Patel. He decided that the best thing to do was to fight fire with fire, and he launched into all of the bowlers, smacking 8 fours in a 30-ball stay, which should be enough to take his side to a maximum point victory early on the final day. Alas for him, he won't be there to take his team across the line. On 41, he got himself in a muddle to offer Macheda the simplest of catches to give Craig Overton his third wicket. Shazad then came out as night watchman, but before another ball had been delivered, the light had the players off, and that was that for the day. And what an extraordinary day it was. Nottinghamshire ended it on 66 for 3 after 11 overs, and will be thankful of a night's rest before they try to knock off the remaining 44 runs. Unless, of course, there is another twist to keep Somerset's unbeaten record alive.